Hi students, in this video I am going to explain the concept of how to install an Java Apache Tomcat and how to run a Java servlet program. Welcome to this video. So you know very well Java servlet is a kind of server-side program. So in a three-tier architecture, the front end would be a client-side program, then your middleware, then the back end. So Java servlet will be work like a server-side program. There are different kinds of server-side program like Java servlet, PHP, ASP and so on. But servlet is one of kind of server-side program which has been developed by Sun Java, and it is a successor of CGI technology. So in CGI they will be using like C, C++, which doesn't have extensible feature and scalability. With respect to Java servlet, they have a lot of scalability, but nowadays people are working on with Python and PHP, but servlet still has its own advantages. Okay, let's go to the screen thing. So to run your Java servlet program, you can run directly using either NetBeans or an Eclipse or any kind of IDE. But I am going to show you how to run a servlet program by installing all the setup, so that you may understand the container files and all those detail which really required if you want to be very flourish in your web technology concepts. So before starting, so if you want to run a servlet Tomcat servlet program in your local system, these are the three important things which you need to download. First one is your Java JDK file, then your JRE file, and obviously your Tomcat. Tomcat Apache is a package where that servlet header files and everything is being installed. So many of my students have a doubt where to download this JDK, because initially JDK download was very easy, but after Sun Java was got by Oracle, students were just stuck up somewhere and doesn't know where to get the actual JDK. So only I have given the URL. Let me show you. So to download an JDK, you use this particular URL. So obviously it is coming under your Oracle website. There you just initially you need to give your own credibility and everything, and you just download the latest JDK. There is no problem in downloading any kind of JDK. Better for our own latest version. It will be better if you download your latest version. So I have downloaded JDK 14 actually. So from this website you can download your JDK file. The next requirement is JRE. JRE, as I searched, it was not available open source easily, but anyway you can use this particular URL to download the JRE file, that is cnet.com. From here you can download the JRE file. So I have just download this JRE file, and I have installed my both JRE and JDK. It will be in like an exe file. So I just install in my system. So let me show the folder setup. So here in not here, in program file in Java. So you can see that I have installed JDK 14.0.2 that and JRE 1.8.0251. So it was like these both JDK and JRE is like an executable file. I have save all my softwares in this particular folder. So this is my JDK and JRE file which I just downloaded, and double clicking you just install your file. I hope, being a computer science engineering, you know how to install a simple JDK and JRE. Getting the file is quite difficult. You can get the exe file from this website and this website, and obviously it will be asking you certain information whether you are a student or a researcher. So just give those information, they will be allowing you to download these files. So please download this file. So that is the first two steps. The third step is the installation of our Tomcat. So, Tomcat is where our important thing. So, in this using this link, you can simply download your Tomcat. So, Apache, if you want to run your servlet, you have to use this Apache Tomcat as a server. It has so many versions. So, I am using, as of now, I am using Tomcat 9 version. So, here for downloading Tomcat, there are like so many distributors, so binary distributors, source code distributors, and everything will be there. So, don't get panic by seeing all these format. Simply just download the zip file. Simply just download the core zip file. So, if you are using 32-bit, go for 32-bit Windows, 64-bit, 64-bit Windows, and so on. So, I am using a 64-bit Windows. So, I am using 64-bit Windows zip file. So, you will be getting as a zip file. I think this is the zip file, Apache Tomcat 9.0.37. So, you just unzip it. After unzipping it, you will be getting some folder like this. So, this is the actually our server. You don't need to execute it, or you no need to install it. Just download the zip file and unzip it and keep it in a place where it will be easy for you to accessible. So, where I am keeping it is, I am keeping it in my E drive, making a folder called Tomcat, because I need to go and come here and there. So, I am just renaming it as a Tomcat, and I just paste it over there. That is it. So, these three things first you need to install. That is, you need to install your JDK, you need to install your JRE, then you just download and unzip your Tomcat and have it in certain place. This is the first step. The second thing is a very important concept, that is to set up the environmental variable. That is very important. Three things you need to set in your environmental variable. What does this environmental variable means? You are specifying your operating system where all these path, class path and Java home would be. So, if you are working with Java, you may know where to find it. Otherwise, go to control panel in your in your operating system. Go to control panel. In the control panel, go to systems. So, systems and security. So, go to systems. Sir, there you go to advanced system setting. There you can see environmental variable. Click it over there. So, you will be having like two environmental variable. One is user defined environmental variable, the another one is system variable. So, we need to fix three environmental variable: path, class path and Java home. Class path and Java home, Java underscore home should be in full capital. This could be Java underscore home or Catalina underscore home. Let me name it as Java underscore home. This is to specify your server where your JDK is. Okay. So, path is used because to specify your OS where your JDK bin is, so only your Java C will be compiling. Class path is to specify your OS that where is the Java class path is, because servlet is a Java program. I have created my own folder like servlet demo, where I keep all my Java program and I will compile it, and the class path will be generated in that particular folder. So, I add these as one of my class path, and for the requirement of your server, you should make eTomcat. That is what this eTomcat will be different in your own system. According to your own system, that particular path /library/servlet API.jar, and be very careful. This library file, according to the Tomcat which I download, is reside after Tomcat, after this particular folder. Certain downloads may have this library file inside this web apps, but in this particular version, the Tomcat 9, the library is being reside immediately after the main folder. Okay. So, these three environmental variable you need to set up. So, go to my environmental variable. First, let me check with my path. So, this is my path pcaps. Let me show you. So, these are the system environmental variable. You don't disturb those things and all. Don't delete it, remove it, don't do anything. You just add what you want. Okay, I am just my JDK is in C program file Java JDK bin. So, you just make a copy it or put it and save it. Okay. The next environmental variable is class path. So, all capitals. So, two things I have added. One is where my Java program which I am going to execute. The another for the requirement of my server. So, both class path I have added. The another one is Java home. This is all the also for the requirement for your Java server. So, Java home, there you have to specify the path as where your JDK files, don't go until bin, stop specifying it where your JDK file is, that is more enough. Okay. So, from control panel go to systems, system property, there environmental variable, you will be getting this particular thing and give all these environmental variable, then apply or then click OK and come. So, these are the three environmental variable you may require, and if you are going for very high configuration things, we will be trying to modify this server.xml, web.xml, content.xml, we will be modifying it and run it. This you do not want to worry right now, because we are not going to modify it or we are not going to do any big work over here until now. We are just going to install our servlet and we are going to start it. So, until now what we have done, we have downloaded and installed JDK, we have downloaded and installed JRE, we have downloaded and unzipped Tomcat, Apache Tomcat and keep it in a very easy position. Then I have set all these three environmental variable. Now, I am going to start my server and see whether it is working or not. So, if you are going to start your server, obviously in your local machine, you will be typing like localhost colon 8080, because 8080 is a by default port I am using it. So, now initially I am just typing and see whether my local host is working, any other local host is in the system. No, there is no local host. You can see that I do not have any local host and nothing is running over there. So, now go to the command prompt. I am going to start my servlet. Go to the command prompt. So, in the command prompt, my servlet is actually, my Tomcat servlet is actually in E Tomcat. So, go to E directory, change directory, Tomcat. Inside Tomcat, there is a folder called bin. You see inside these are the thing. So, go to bin. So, change directory bin. Let me show all the files in bin. These are the files in bin, so many shell files and bat file. To start your server, give start startup, that is it. We have like a bat file and shell file. Just give startup and give an enter. Immediately another window will be opening, some files will be executing, and by the end you may get a line like it saying that org Apache Catalina startup and so server started in this many minutes, milliseconds. If you are getting this window, it means that your server is started. If you are not getting this window, or once if you get this statement, if a command prompt is just closed it means that the environmental variable whatever you are given was wrong. Okay, environmental variable whatever you are given has been wrong. Immediately while I am giving startup, this particular window has been the next window has been opened, some lines of code will be executed and this line has to be there. So, the error may happen two ways. One, due to some internal problem, it will say that it cannot be start, that you can once or twice you try and see, then it will be solvable. If not, what happened, if I am giving a startup, immediately just all this window is disappear, means there is a problem with your environmental variable. Check your environmental variable whether you are given correctly, the spellings correctly, and still if you resize the problem, just delete this Tomcat folder and again zip it, unzip it and try to install it. Okay, that will be the most problem. By 98% it will be working perfectly. Okay, I have got that screen, but now I need to check whether it is working or not. So let me go to my again this browser. Again I refresh it. See, this is the first page. This is the first page of my Apache Tomcat. It means that my Apache Tomcat is working. Still now, I need to check whether, so if why you are using Apache Tomcat for running JSP program and servlet program, am I right? So you need to see whether the JSP and servlet program is working perfectly in the server, because we are done some manual way of interconnecting it. For that, what you can go, you can go to either example here or here, clicking here and here. Let me click here. So Tomcat Apache server, it was a very good. They have given so many examples by default. By studying and learning from that example itself, you can learn how to do the programming. Click servlet example. You see, they have like hello world, request, cookie session examples, and you just execute and see whether it is working. See, it is working. If your server is not sit properly in your OS, this page will not be came. And obviously, if you want to check the code also, they have given the code. From here also you can check the code and you can change the code accordingly. Okay, so your servlet is working. To check whether your JSP is working, go to JSP example, click any one of these program. See, it's working. And also in the same way, if you want, you can get the program by clicking the source code. So in this way we can check whether my server is working or not. Okay, my server is working. Now this is the very important thing. After completing your work with a servlet, if you want your system to work for a long period of time, it is a very good practice that after finishing everything, kindly shut down your server. So I am, after starting up, if everything is work is being completed, give the shutdown command and it will be properly, the server will be properly shut down. Here again you give a refresh button and see. See, it won't work because I have stopped my server. So in this way you can install your Java servlet. Thank you.